Teenagers are often told that they are the future of tomorrow. This is a great yet overwhelming responsibility, as it is quite unnerving to think that the fate of a 6 septillion kilogram planet lies within our hands. However, there is a skeptic attitude surrounding this fact, as drugs, alcohol, smoking, and misbehavior in general have become the trademarks of our age group. Many people hold the belief that the fate of the world doesn't look so bright if we teenagers don't go through an 180-degree attitude change. Now, there are currently 7 billion people on this planet. The sheer size of this number poses so many problems, as it allows each individual to think that he or she is insignificant. One of the biggest problems with our age group is that we assume that our actions are not important because they don't contribute to the grander scheme of things. This notion could be no more false. Every day, in a multitude of magazines, movies, posters, and blogs, we see other people dictating what it is and is not okay to be. And sometimes we blindly chase after this picture of perfection when in reality, it may not be possible to attain. The truth is that everyone in the audience today has something that they're talented in, something that blows away their families and friends. It's important to develop these skills and to strengthen them rather than to chase behind this ideal image of perfection that someone else has laid out for you. However, looking at the world and the amount of people on it, it is quite evident that there's probably someone else who's just as talented as you are. So the question remains, how do you make your mark? How do you make yourself stand out in this world? The answer to this question can be found in this scribble or drawing. When I was in grade 8, our teacher gave us an art activity. He told us to close our eyes and to scribble on a piece of paper. Upon opening our eyes, we were given 2 minutes in which we were to turn this image into an actual picture or drawing. So a couple of months ago, for a school assignment, I decided to imitate this art activity. So I closed my eyes and came up with this scribble. Upon opening my eyes, I turned it into this. Now, my brother, who was watching this entire process unfold, leaned over and told me that when he looked at this image, he didn't see the figure of the girl, but rather he saw a sword. So now you may be wondering, what's the lesson learned? How do you make your mark in this world? What's the answer that's in this image? The answer is creativity and uniqueness. If you recall, my brother saw a sword and I saw this face of a girl, which are two completely different things, but they both reflect what we are and who we are as people. So this is my story and how I came to learn that the most important thing in my life was my identity, and that it was something that I could not give up for anyone else. As a child, life didn't go so well. I was bullied a lot. Even in kindergarten, I knew that I did not belong. I didn't want to play in the sandbox with the rest of the kids or play house with the rest of the girls. I knew I was different, and this fact was reinforced into my mind for the next 8 years, again and again and again, as I spent every single recess alone, knowing that there was no one in my entire school that would want to hang out with me without feeling embarrassed to be seen in my presence. The kids who grew up as toddlers had made fun of me for being weird were the ones that grew up to make fun of me for being a nerd. One day I can never forget is when I was in grade 4 and I summoned up all my courage and I went up to one of these girls and I asked them why she and her popular crowd hated me so much, what I had ever done. And her response was so simple that for a second I couldn't comprehend it. She looked at me in a very disgusted manner and said, you, your hair, your clothing, and just you. The girl even took it as far to say that she thought that this world would be a better place if me and my ambition had just died. So I knew that this comment had hurt and that it stung, but there was no way I was going to let her see that. So I just walked away. But even as tears were brimming in my eyes, I did not realize how much that this comment had stung. So about 6 years ago, I moved to a different area and to a different school. It was a new start, I told myself. After 9 years of emotional torture, I deserved it. When I got to my new school, everyone was awaiting the new girl. I wasn't used to being the center of attention in any sort of positive way, and I wasn't sure if I liked it yet. Within the first week, I found myself hanging out with the popular crowd, the type of people who had made fun of me in my old school, and I told myself that I belonged. But it didn't even last a week. Before I knew it, I found my sense of being uncomfortable overriding the need to feel belonged. I found myself gravitating towards those people that the popular crowd was making fun of. And when I did hang out with these uncool kids, I found myself laughing, truly laughing. No fake smiles, no putting up a front. And that's when I realized that that emptiness and that hollowness that I felt when I was trying to be someone I was not with that other group, that was so much more painful to me than being bullied all those years. Once again, I found myself in the center of hateful comments. But this time, I wasn't hurt. I was relieved, as I had realized that self-assertion and my sense of self was something that no one could ever take away from me, and that it was something that no one should ever give up on. So, other people will make fun of you, and other people are sure to doubt you. It takes courage to get up in front of them and to get up again and just prove to them who you truly are. I truly believe that the key to success, the key to effectiveness, and the key, most importantly, to happiness in this world is to be authentic, to stay true to yourself, and to use those creative abilities to see things in the world that other people may have missed. And this doesn't mean copying an existing method. It means using that creative spirit that's within all of us to see and find new alternative pathways that embrace all your talents and showcase all your abilities. This uniqueness is essential to the world's survival as it thrives on new ideas, new, unique, varying perspectives. Whether it be business initiatives, technological advancements, doing an assignment, making friends, or public speaking, being authentic is what leaves a lasting positive mark. Seeing general patterns can surely be the start, but it's by going beyond that to which differs from the normal that we are truly able to become successful in our endeavors. The world truly is in the hands of its teens. We're taking on the world every day, what we want to be, what our friends expect us to be, and what the world in general expects us to be. So many conflicting opinions, and it may just be one of the hardest battles we face. But it's definitely one worth fighting. What we have to remember is that we have to have a strong grip on our identity. We have to stay true to ourselves, and we have to place faith in the ability to achieve that is uniquely you. Thank you.